Your motor oil might be quietly wrecking your engine, and you may not even know it yet. After more than 2 lakh miles of testing, I found one popular oil so bad it can literally kill engines. And I am not guessing Blackstone Labs, Kia, and Real World where numbers make it painfully clear. Stay to the end because I will show you which oils actually protect. And the one I would not run even if it was free. Let us get into it. Number 9. Shell. Almost everyone knows Shell. It is the world's biggest lubricant supplier. And that reputation is exactly what can make it risky. Because Shell feels safe. And when an oil feels safe, people push it too far. Shell Helix Ultra uses Pure Plus technology, turning natural gas into a super clean base oil that can give your engine a clean start, but only if you stay on schedule with oil changes. Lab tests show a flash point around 240 degrees Celsius, which helps resist fuel dilution until short trips, injector issues, or rich running start stacking up once fuel contamination rises. Protection drops fast. Used oil analysis shows low iron and copper up to about 10,000 miles, meaning cylinder and bearing wear stays controlled right up until the additives start fading on extended use. Here is the catch: Shell tends to show higher insolubles than top-tier synthetics in high-mileage engines. That matters. Insolubles can contribute to oil control, ring clogging, restricted oil passages, and slower oil delivery on cold starts. These are the exact conditions that accelerate wear without warning. Viscosity holds well early. A 5W30 stays within about 5% of spec after heat cycling, until additive depletion begins once detergents and anti-wear agents drop. The oil film weakens. That is the danger zone. Additives fade, metal to metal contact rises, and wear accelerates quietly. For daily drivers on strict intervals, Shell can be dependable, but add high miles, heat, or delayed changes, and fading protection becomes more dangerous than predictable protection, and those stacked conditions are how engines get killed. The next oil is smaller, less famous, and the lab results surprise a lot of people. Number 8. Lucas. Most people know Lucas for additives, greases, and transmission fluids, and that reputation creates a specific kind of trust. Drivers assume the motor oil must be bulletproof too. That assumption is exactly where risk sneaks in. Lucas 100% synthetic shows low wear metals up to about 8,000 miles, iron, copper, and lead usually stay under 25 parts per million, meaning cylinders, bearings, and valvetrain parts are protected as long as you do not push it past its comfort zone. Viscosity stays stable from cold starts to long highway runs, and the roughly 230 degrees Celsius flash point helps limit fuel dilution. If the engine is not running hot or fuel-rich, additives hold up through most of the interval. But here is where it turns once extended heat and time start stacking. Lucas shows its limits. In extreme heat testing, it tends to produce higher oxidation and insolubles than top-tier synthetics. That does not sound scary until those insolubles form deposits in oil passages and around piston rings. In older engines, deposits restrict oil flow. Oil control rings lose movement. Cold start lubrication slows down, and when lubrication is delayed, wear spikes before the driver ever hears a noise. Labs including Blackstone consistently show Lucas is safe for normal use, but long drains, high heat, or engines past 2 lakh miles expose the weakness. It protects well, but it does not forgive neglect. If this is helping, hit like and subscribe, because the next few oils are where the rankings get really interesting. Number 7. Quaker State. Quaker State has a long American legacy going back to the early 1900s. For decades, drivers trusted it for reliable performance and high mileage protection. But here is what most people miss. Quaker State is now under Shell. The brand remains, but the formula, research, and lab support are Shell-driven. If you thought it was independent, it is not anymore. And in extreme conditions, subtle formulation changes can matter. Lab tests on Quaker State 5W30 full synthetic look decent viscosity, holds through normal cold starts, and highway heat flashpoint stays stable enough to limit fuel contamination, but only if the oil is not stressed by high mileage or neglect. Where metals, iron, copper, aluminum stay low for standard 5,000-mile intervals, but oxidation and insolubles climb faster than premium synthetics in older engines that can form deposits that start blocking oil passages. The additive package delivers reasonable detergency and anti-wear protection, but it is not built for extreme temperatures, long drains, or engines past 2 lakh miles push it beyond that, and metal contact starts rising. That is when a safe oil becomes a slow engine killer. Quaker State works for drivers who stay on schedule, but high mileage or delayed changes expose the weak points. And the next oil is another American favorite, and it is not as simple as people think. Number 6, Pennzoil. A lot of people assume Pennzoil is basically the same as Quaker State. It is not. Yes, both are owned by Shell, but chemically they are different. Pennzoil uses a premium gas to liquid base oil derived from natural gas. It is purer and more stable, which helps reduce oxidation, sludge, and deposits if you stick to the right intervals and conditions. Push it too hard in a high-mileage engine, and you can still get burned. Because the base oil differs, the additive package differs too. Pennzoil typically runs slightly lower calcium, zinc, and phosphorus compared to some others, helping meet DXO's 1 Gen 3 standard, while keeping wear metals low under heat. Viscosity stays stable across temperature extremes. Flashpoint resists fuel contamination. Insolubles stay minimal. But the warning still stands: neglect plus extreme conditions can tip the balance, increasing the risk of metal-to-metal contact. Pennzoil Platinum and Ultra Platinum have earned strong marks in Blackstone and Kia testing, and being an official partner of BMW Motorsport is a real signal it can handle serious performance demand. Next up is a mechanic favorite for decades, but it has a few caveats most people do not see coming. Number 5, Castrol. Castrol is a genuinely strong brand with decades of proven results. Lab tests and real-world reports back it up. Mechanics trust it because many formulas stay stable and hold viscosity over long mileage. But that stability has conditions: use the wrong viscosity or stretch intervals too far, and parts can still be left exposed. The GTX line uses strong detergents to break down carbon sludge and varnish. Blackstone and Kia tests often show low oxidation, low wear metals, and minimal sludge even on extended runs. GTX high mileage adds seal conditioners to reduce small leaks and boosts anti-wear additives. One reason high mileage engines can benefit from it. Temperature control is another advantage. Castrol maintains viscosity in cold starts and hot summer driving with solid flashpoint numbers that help resist fuel dilution that matters in stop and go traffic, highway runs, and heavy loads. Castrol also works closely with automakers and motorsport teams, Ford, Jaguar, BMW, and others, so the data comes from real engines under real stress. So why is it only number 5? Because the top 4 tend to offer slightly better wear resistance, base oil purity, and long-term oxidation control. Castrol is reliable, but if you misuse it, that creeping risk shows up. And that sets up the next oil, one that looks unstoppable on cleanliness and efficiency, but can quietly hurt high-mileage engines if you choose the wrong version. Number 4, Havoline. Havoline is one people overlook until the lab numbers hit hard. Most drivers know Chevron for Techron. The fuel additive fewer realize the same company makes a motor oil that can run clean and stable, but the type you choose matters. Use conventional or a blend in a high-mileage engine instead of full synthetic, and protection can drop fast. Havoline uses isosyn-base oil technology, creating a clean, consistent base that performs almost like a synthetic. Blackstone and Kia reports show low wear metals, iron, aluminum, copper stay minimal, with very low oxidation. It resists burning under stress. Viscosity stays stable. Thickness holds from cold start to hot highway runs. Insolubles stay low. and detergents help prevent deposits from forming. The additive package is strong, moly boron, and detergents reduce friction and help clean. Many drivers even report quieter engines, especially in 4-cylinder engines. Flash point numbers are solid, 2 helping resist fuel dilution in short trips and heavy traffic. But here is the key: high-mileage engines really need the full synthetic version for long-term protection. Pick the wrong type and bearings, cam lobes, and oil control rings can see metal to metal contact. Havoline is excellent value, but once you are past 2 lakh miles, the stakes rise fast. Now we are in the top 3, where protection gets intense and the lab numbers start shocking even experienced mechanics. Number 3, Valvoline. This one surprised me because Valvoline did not just release another synthetic. They released an oil that claims to remove sludge, not slow it down, remove it. That sounded insane until the reports came back. Valvoline Restore and Protect uses one of the strongest detergent packs in the retail market. Blackstone reports show very low insolubles even in engines with 1,20,000 miles and up. Translation: it is scrubbing the inside of the engine. The chemistry is straightforward but powerful: high-calcium detergents for cleanup, boron for stability and anti-wear, moly to reduce friction, and a base oil blend designed to stay cleaner longer. In Kia testing, viscosity stayed stable even after heavy oxidation. That matters because old engines with baked-on deposits often thicken oil fast, and that is when flow suffers. Restore and Protect holds grade well whether it is 5W30 or 0W20, while where metals stay controlled, iron and aluminum remain low. Copper stays low even in engines with older seals and gaskets, meaning the additive package is protecting parts that usually lose first. Flash point numbers are strong. Fuel dilution stays low in most samples, helping prevent thin oil and overheating. It also shows contaminants clearly in testing, meaning it handles short trips and cold weather well. So why is it not higher? Because the top 2 tend to hold even better long-distance stability, over 8,000 to 12,000 miles. But Restore and Protect is still one of the most impressive releases in the last decade, especially for engines with miles. Number 2, Mobil 1. Mobil 1 is the heavyweight. Ask experienced mechanics what they trust first, and Mobil 1 comes up constantly. More than 50 years ago, it became the first full synthetic sold worldwide, and it helped set the standard. Lab tests show Mobil 1 keeps wear metals extremely low even in hot, running engines over thousands of miles. Its additive package, moly boron and anti-wear compound, stays balanced without spiking or falling off. It resists thickening and oxidation over long intervals. Viscosity stays stable through cold starts and long highway pulls. And its flash point is among the highest in retail oils, so it resists fuel dilution and heat braked. Sound better than most synthetics. Engines that idle a lot, tow heavy, or sit in traffic benefit from that consistency. Mobil 1 also meets or exceeds specs from Porsche, Bentley, and General Motors brands, trusted for both performance and daily driving. Number 1, AmSoil. This pick always sparks debate. Some of you will agree, some will not, and that is fine. Because the truth is the top 5 oils here are all strong people, get real results, real proof, and real loyalty, so everyone defends their favorite. But AmSoil Signature Series takes number 1 for one reason: the numbers keep beating everyone else. Across Blackstone, Kia, and independent testing, AmSoil Signature Series shows some of the strongest results in the consumer market, not hype data. Where metals stay extremely low, iron, aluminum, copper, even after very long runs, oxidation resistance is elite. Viscosity stays stable. It does not shear down, it does not thicken up, it stays on grade. The flash point is also one of the highest you will find, meaning it resists fuel dilution, heat, and braked down better than most oils under heavy load, high mileage driving, towing, stop and go traffic. Long highway pulls this oil holds together. The additive package is strong detergents, anti-wear agents, moly boron insolubles stay low, so the filter is not drowning in solids and the oil is not loading up with debris. Signature Series is built for extended drains. Many tests show it holding protection past 10,000, 12,000, even 15,000 miles. That is where it separates itself, not because others are weak, but because AmSoil's base oil purity and oxidation resistance sit on a different level. So yes, the debates will continue, and they should. Car owners are passionate. Good oils earn loyalty. But based on wear number stability, flashpoint strength, oxidation control, and long drain performance, AmSoil's Signature Series is at the top. Now, I promised you the oil I would never put in my car, even if it was free. Here it is. The oil I would never use. SuperTech is the kind of oil that can quietly destroy an engine if the driver is not careful. On the shelf, it looks cheap and convenient, but the lab numbers tell a scary story. In Blackstone reports, use SuperTech oil often shows very high, where metals, iron, copper, and aluminum can spike past 35 to 40 parts per million after just 3,000 to 5,000 miles, meaning bearings, cylinders, and valvetrain components are exposed to metal contact much sooner than with anything else on this list. Viscosity stability is rough under normal highway heat. It can thin out quickly and fail to hold its SE grade on cold starts. It can struggle to flow, delaying lubrication and adding stress right when the engine needs oil most. Its flash point is low, making it more prone to breakdown, especially in heavy traffic or hot weather. The additive package is weak and burns off fast. Detergents drop quickly. Sludge and insolubles build. Oil control rings clog passages, restrict, and cold start lubrication gets delayed even more. In engines with 1 lakh miles and up, this can accelerate wear dramatically. Fuel and coolant contamination testing reveals another risk. SuperTech struggles to control dilution, letting gasoline thin the oil over time, combined with oxidation, low flash point, and poor additive retention. It becomes a ticking time bomb inside the engine. If you value your engine, avoid SuperTech. It is not just worse, it is the kind of oil that can kill an engine if you run it too long in high heat or in an older car. Before you go, here is the part that matters most: how these rankings were decided. You have seen the rankings, the surprises, and the engine killers, but how do you know this is not opinion? This is where the proof lies. Every oil here was judged on one thing: how well it prevents engine failure on paper and in real use. We went straight to the data. Blackstone Laboratories, Peak here reports AA testing, API standards, and manufacturer specs. Every metric answers one question: what breaks if this oil fails? Where metals show how fast your engine is being eaten from the inside, spikes in iron, copper, or aluminum mean bearings fail. Cylinders score, pistons seize. Additives, when detergents and anti-wear agents drop, metal grinds against metal, sludge forms, timing chains, oil rings, and cam lobes suffer. Oxidation and contaminants, oil turns acidic, thickens into varnish, starves. Moving parts clogs passages and speeds failure. Flash point too low and fuel dilution thins your oil. Heat spikes can ignite deposits. Catastrophic damage is not far behind. Viscosity too thin or too thick destroys bearings, delays lubrication, and chokes oil flow. Insolubles and solids, debris clogs oil rings and filters. Engines run dry in spots. Even premium oil fails if solids pile up. Filter effectiveness: a weak filter means oil cannot do its job. Parts rub raw, where accelerates and engines die early. This is not just lab talk, this is engine reality. Every number you just heard, from number 9 to number 1, reflects the danger or safety happening inside your engine. Now you know why some oils quietly kill engines and others protect them for hundreds of thousands of miles. One more thing: if the wrong oil can damage an engine, the wrong gas can ruin it even faster. Most drivers do not realize they are filling up with fuel that wears injectors and knocks out pumps.